G'day guys, I'd like to comment on the super trawler that's supposedly coming to Tasmania, unless we can do something about it. I'm opposed to it, I make no secret of that. I'm not a person that really enjoys green politics very much here or anywhere else, but frankly this is not an issue that's about tofu and dreadlocks versus business suits. This is about sustainability. It's bigger than politics. It's about life. It's about managing resources which we all own, which are exploited by private companies, supposedly for our collective benefit. It's supposed to be a net positive for all of us. I've been reading all these posts by people saying, don't worry about this, we can manage this, we can sort it out, it can be scientifically managed. It's usually not scientists saying that, because people who've worked in science for government know too well that scientists get ignored. The political cycle is more important, the business cycle is more important, and no one really gives a toss about us. We get paid like tradesmen, we get treated like tradesmen. That's how it works in real life. The Department of Treasury and Finance makes decisions under the director of a minister, and we get to A, pick up the pieces, and B, make excuses for it after the fact. Now, management, we're like enamoured of this idea of management. Oh, don't worry, we can do something dangerous, but we can manage it, it'll be fine. Manager comes from ménager in French, it means housekeeper. We don't need housekeeping, what we bloody need is strategic direction, and we are not getting that. You can manage something. The Titanic was really well managed right up until the time it ran into a damn iceberg. We don't need more bloody housekeeping. We've got enough of that. Now, I don't have any confidence in the ability of a bunch of scientists employed by consultancies writing reports to actually counteract the combined pressure of the electoral cycle, which is really, really short term, we're talking a couple of years, the business cycle, which is 3 to 5 years, politics and business together with, and I'm sorry guys, but I have to lay some blame here, together with organisations that represent employment per se, particularly the kind of employment that involves high-vis clothing. You put those three to get things together, union, business and government on one side of the equation, and you get a bunch of scientists working on short-term contracts as consultants on the other, and you think that that's going to balance things? I'm sorry guys, it bloody doesn't. The science isn't going to count for shit. Global fisheries around the world have been collapsing. Not just to the point where they're sub-economic, but to the point where the species are becoming rare, right? I like to eat fish. I want my kid to eat fish. Tasmania is an interesting case because we've got more coastline than bloody New South Wales and Victoria combined, and we've got about 500,000 people living here. So we haven't stuffed things up real bad, not because we're so much smarter than everyone else, just because there's no bastard here. Now, if we want to bring trawlers that were built and operated by people who've stuffed their fisheries, and I mean Europe and the African coast, we'll bring them here so that we can make cheaper bloody cat food and send cheap fish to populations that have already buggered their own fishing resources. I'm sorry, but I think that's a bad idea. This is about the future, the long-term future, the 50 to 100 year plus future, not 3 to 5 years for business, not 18 bloody months for changeable governments, and not a couple of years for a moderately well-paid, anachronistic job in a yellow high-vis vest. Now, I will get down and dirty, I will get on green faceplate, and I will hang out with bloody greenies shouting slogans if I have to, but this is bloody important. I don't want a trawler in Tasmania. People who know me know I don't like shouting, but I will bloody shout over this. I trust that people in Tasmania will take a similar approach, and I trust it will stop this bloody thing. Thank you.